It's time now to let go of the noise, the worry, the weight you carry. Let your shoulders fall a little heavier into the pillow. Feel your breath slowing down, softly in and even more softly out, like the whisper of wind through tall winter grass. There's nothing you need to do right now. Know where you need to go. This is your moment, your space to simply be. Let your eyes close gently and imagine the earth beneath you, deep, steady, old and quiet. A place that holds stories, even in silence. The crackle of a nearby hearth flickers in your imagination. Its warmth flickers behind your eyelids, like a firefly dancing in amber dusk. Let that warmth carry you now as we drift into our story. Our story tonight begins in a valley blanketed by winter. Not the kind of winter with sleds and songs and warm coats, but the kind that comes after the fire, the kind that follows after war. The snow there is thin, dusted like ashes. The trees, dark silhouettes of what they once were. And yet, even here, in this quiet cold, there is a girl. A small girl, maybe 8, maybe 10, her boots patched with red, her coat stitched from 3 others. She walks softly. She doesn't speak much anymore, but her eyes are full of remembering. She remembers the garden, before the sky cracked open and the ground shook, before the garden was turned to cinder and bone. She remembers the carrots and the soft tomatoes and the way her mother's hands used to smell like mint and salt and sun. Now, there is only frost, but today, the girl carries a pouch. Inside it, 3 wild root bulbs, stolen, found, traded, even she can't say. She walks to the edge of the old garden wall where the bricks still remember laughter. She kneels, and she begins to dig. Her fingers are small, dot bare, nails blackened with dirt and frozen snow. But she does not wince. She digs carefully, reverently, as if this little hole is a cradle. She places 1 root bulb into the earth, then another, then the last, patting the dirt down slowly, lovingly. The sound of her palms against the soft ground, thump, thump is like a lullaby, like a heartbeat, like hope trying to rise. Above her, gray clouds pass slowly. The sky hums quietly, wind sighing between broken chimney tops. But deep in the ground, beneath the frost, life hums back. One green stem, impossibly small, begins to shiver its way toward the surface, not fast, not loud, just sure. The girl leans forward, resting her cheek on the cold ground. She whispers to the root. No one hears her words, but they sound like music, like bedtime songs from a world that still believed in morning. Behind her, a bomb wall stands. Its stones cracked but not collapsed, a symbol of what remains. The girl is not afraid. I seen too much to fear snow or silence or even hunger. But what she feels now as her breath fogs over the baby sprout is wonder. Because something is growing. In the ruin, in the cold, in the place everyone forgot. A soft breeze brushes past her ear. It sounds like a voice, like her mother's laughter carried in the soil. The girl doesn't move. She lets her breath slow. She lets the earth hold her like a blanket. She closes her eyes, and in the stillness, she dreams. Not of bread, not of warm shoes, not even of peace. She dreams of green dot of color, of soft roots twisting through mud and stone and bomb split bone. She dreams of spring, not because she's seen it recently, but because her hands remember how to make it. And as the moon begins to rise, silver and solemn in the cold sky, the garden listens. It hears the pat of small palms, the sigh of old bricks, the hush of hope growing in the soil. Let yourself sink even deeper, as if the bed beneath you were made of soft earth, supporting you, holding you like the roots do their seeds. Breathe in again, a little slower, now out, like the long exhale of a sleeping world. Our story continues, as the girl sleeps in the field of her memory. In her dream, the garden is alive. Tall herbs sway gently, their leaves brushing each other like friends whispering secrets. Tomatoes dangle from green vines, their skin shiny as polished buttons. Even the strawberries hum, not with sound, but with color so red it nearly sings. Her dream is warm, not in temperature, but in feeling. The warmth of belonging, of something waiting for you when you wake. In the dream, her mother kneels beside her. Her hands, strong and kind, are guiding the soil. Together, they plant turnips softly, patiently, as though planting a prayer. They don't speak, Because in dreams, words aren't always needed. They just know. And somewhere between the layers of dream and waking, a real sprout continues to rise. Just one leaf at first, dot pale, dot shy, but firm in its choice to live. It stretches toward the weak sunlight as if saying, I'm still here. A bird lands nearby. It doesn't sing, it just watches. Then hops closer to the planted spot, then waits, and all around under snow, rubble, and ruin, the silence listens. Because something holy is happening, not in a chapel, not in a palace, but in a child's planting. Hence, morning comes slow, soft gray turning soft gold. The girl wakes with a shiver, dusting frost from her cheeks. But she doesn't cry. She touches the patch of dirt gently and sees it, that single green leaf. Tiny veins trembling in the cold, dot alive. She doesn't shout. She doesn't run to tell anyone. This isn't the kind of victory that makes you loud. It's the kind that makes you quiet, like kneeling at the edge of a miracle. She takes off her wool scarf, the last warm thing she has, and gently drapes it over the soil. Not to hide it, to protect it. And as she turns to go, she does something rare, something the war nearly erased. She smiles. That smile becomes part of the ground. It sinks into the roots. It lingers in the shadow of the scarf. Because now the soil remembers her. It knows her hands. It holds her hope. And it will carry it forward. Even if the bombs come again. Even if the snow thickens. The soil will remember that something grew. Far away, someone will find that sprout. Days from now, weeks maybe. A boy with dust on his shoes. A woman with a sack of broken seeds. A man who still carries pictures in his pocket, though the faces have long faded. They'll see that green and feel something pull inside them. Something ancient, something gentle they'll kneel to. They'll plant more. They'll whisper their own names to the dirt. And the earth will listen. Because hope, once placed in the soil, never truly vanishes. It grows and spirals. It rests and returns. It waits for hands that remember how to pat the ground like a cradle, like a promise. It waits for fingertips like hers. So now, as you lie here, breathing slowly, let yourself imagine her, that small girl walking away from her secret garden, her heart carrying spring even in the dead of winter. She is not gone. She lives in the rustle of leaves, in the sigh of warm soil, in the silence between stars, and maybe, just maybe, in you. So breathe again, softer now, slower. Let her story wrap around you like that wool scarf over a patch of planted earth. Let your body fall into stillness, like seeds resting below the frost, ready to rise when it's time. You're safe now. You're warm, and somewhere, hope is growing quietly in the soil.